سیمای آزادی با شخصیت‌های بین‌المللی همزمان با کنفرانس ایران چشمانداز تغییر در برلین. پروفسور ولفگانگ شومبورگ، قاضی دادگاه بین‌المللی کیفری ملل متحد برای یوگسلاوی سابق و رواندا.
Thank you very much. We're very glad to have you with us, Judge Schomburg. First of all, I want to talk about the uprising and the killing of thousands of Iranians in this nationwide protest or uprising. And as a former judge in the International Tribunal, what do you think should be the response of the international community towards what has been happening in Iran in the last few weeks, months?
I think it's not acceptable that major states in the world remain silent. What is absolutely necessary is to bring the perpetrators to justice, and not only those who have killed by own hand or tortured by own hand, but you have to go to the top and see who is really responsible at the end of this hierarchy. And those should be brought before an international tribunal. And when saying international tribunal, of course, it's not meant to say, okay, we bring the case before the permanent international court. No, I think the problems in Iran are that serious and widespread and systematic that indeed the ideal solution would be to establish a separate court, international court for these purposes, as we had in relation to the crimes committed in former Yugoslavia and in Rwanda. It works if only politics allow.
As you said, it needs political action also to be able to have such a tribunal. But what are the steps, practical steps? Is it possible to do? To have such a tribunal right now?
It is possible if there is kind of trigger mechanism by like-minded states, like-minded in the sense of the purposes of Madame Rajani, that there should be a secular state and there should be no death penalty and there should be a fair trial. That's the main topic, that we have the possibility outside Iran to hear independent the testimony by independent judges, not in any kind involved in these terrible crimes committed in Iran.
What is, in your view, a viable alternative to the current Iranian regime?
There must be an alternative. However, we must be extremely cautious. For example, I don't know who stands behind, but the son of the recent Shah tries apparently to step in and to give the impression as if he would be possible to manage the Iranian state. It's not the case. The decision must be taken by the people of Iran. They have to decide what kind of government they want, and we must take a clear distinction between the period of transition and the period after that, when it comes to the final judgments.
Thank you. So at the end of the interview, if you have a message to talk directly to the Iranian people inside Iran who would listen to your interview, what would be your message to them?
Don't give up and pursue the goal that you because it's in your hands to show the international community that you want another government that is driven by the fundamental principles of democratic states, that is, for example, independence of the judges and fair trial principles. I think this should be the message. Don't be afraid and continue with your efforts and to drive away this scandalous regime by the mullahs, and I think you will manage to live in a better world, in particular in a world that knows the term Freiheit, freedom. Freedom to decide what you want to wear, what you want to eat, where to travel, and so on, without the supervision of a incredible, huge group called the mullah regime. Good luck for this.
We thank you very much to have participated in this interview. Thank you very much.
ساندرا ویزر، نماینده پیشین مجلس فدرال آلمان.
Thank you very much for being with us and for this interview. First of all, I would like you to talk about the conference which took place today in Berlin and the core message of the conference about Iran and the uprising.
First of all, I think it was a very good conference and very precious statements from the participants and also high-ranking participants that also shows with the high-ranking participants, it's very important. And also the means behind their speeches shows that they really have to communicate the 10 points of Mrs. Rajavi, and also to make clear that her movement is a real alternative for a new government in Iran. But also, of course, the beginning is hard, but also to get this transformation managed. I think this is also a key point which was pointed out today.
What is your view about a viable alternative for Iran? What would it be to an alternative to the current regime?
It's of course, I don't think that's those are people which are coming up like mushrooms from in a couple of days. What I see is that Mrs. Rajavi was active. She was present over a lot of years and she prepared to get a network all over the world, and she has a lot of supporters. I think the main problem is really to get out this message, to inform the people about this platform she has, and now of course she also has to get how do you say, the fruits out of it, and now really prepare the next step.
Lastly, to the people inside of Iran, those who went to the street, and also to those families who lost the loved ones, what would be your message if you would talk to them directly?
I don't dare to really think about or to say that I understand. I think this is something so awful that there are thousands of people being killed, shot in their head, in their breast, and what I have to say, it's they are fighting for their freedom. They're fighting for the rules, the right of laws, the human rights, for a free press, for democracy, and I really encourage them to go on. And I know this is really something very hard to say because they are paying it with their lives. So I really have to say, be brave, keep on going, fighting, don't give up, and they should know that everybody who has a glance on Iran is with them.
We thank you very much for this interview and for being with us.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you.